Hello everyone, my name is Jack Stevens, and along with instructors Tyler Russ, James Pugh, and Jenna Davis, I'm going to go through a quick tutorial on some basic close quarter strikes. Some of you guys are going to be learning some new technique. A few of you guys that are more advanced are just going to be getting some valuable reps in. And hopefully during the process, we'll all break a little bit of a sweat. So with that said, we're going to get started with some light stretching. So if I could have everybody just squat down for me, please. Kind of point your toes out on this stretch and take your knees out to that limit, and then push with your forearms to get that stretch on the inner thighs as well. Straight leg stretch. Keep your feet parallel, toes pointed straight forward. Try to put your palms flat on the floor. Let's bring the body up. Place your hands on your hips. Push forward, lean back. Look at the ceiling behind you. And back down the center one more time for me, please. And back up. Good. Look at everybody, lean over to your right, pull your opposite shoulder back. Switch. 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 Good. Back up center. Fingertips out to the front. Good. Let's keep your feet parallel and planted firmly on the ground. Take your body twisted around to the left. Let's take your right hand and reach to the rear of the room as far as you can. Switch. Take your left hand, reach to the rear of the room. Let's make sure we're not holding our breath during these stretches. Take a nice deep breath and exhale into the stretch. Good. Back around to the front, arms out the side. From right here, rotate forward. Nice, good, full range of motion. Back. And down. Good. Hands on your hips, lower your chin down to your chest, rotate your head side to side. Good. And up. Good. We're going to start out just individualizing the techniques and getting some reps in, just to get our cardio up a little bit and practice the reps before we start putting anything into combinations. So let's start with our elbows in and our palms up in a defensive posture in a parallel stance. From right here, we're just going to work palm heel strikes to the face. As you're doing these, make sure you get a good full range of motion. I don't want your hands patting from the elbow, but I want you pushing with your shoulder and your hips on each one of these strikes. Keep knees slightly bent. From right here, we're going to widen our striking path out, side to side. A little wider, start breaking traction with your heels. And back up to the center. Right here, keeping one hand in a guard position, bring the other hand up. I want you to do a cross elbow across the line of the face. Switch, the other hand comes back to the defensive posture, and this elbow comes back across. And switch. And switch. And back down to the center. Important note, as you're coming through with these elbow strikes and stuff, a lot of you have enough flexibility to keep your feet flat on the floor and pull your elbow across. Problem with that is the only thing I'm hitting with is with my arm. As I hit that elbow strike, I want to make sure that I use my entire body and body mass as I'm striking and not just my arm as I'm doing that. Let's go back to the defensive posture from right here. Same body mechanics, but this time right here, we're going to lift with the elbow up to the center. Make sure it's not off to the side, but up to the center, right up under the chin. Switch. Rotate your hips. Switch. 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 and down. Swing your arms out. Get a few rotations in, forward and back. And down. Let's do a squat stretch again for me, please. Point the toes out, knees out, take the forearms and press out. Straight leg stretch. And up. Good. Shake them out. Good. Let's go left side forward, hands up in defensive postures. Keep the elbows tight to the body. Make sure they're not flaring out. Hands in front of the face. Good opening where you can see through. Right now we're going to take the back leg and do a rear leg knee strike. So from here, pick up, strike, pick up, strike. Notice I'm not changing my hands or pulling my hands in or allowing them to flare out. I'm keeping this defense right here as I strike to intact at all times. Ready? Go. Good. Switch sides. Again, elbows in, hands up. Go. And down. Switch sides. Okay, coming up from right here, we're going to do a back leg, rear leg, front snap kick. I want to point my toes out so I'm striking with the top of the foot and the shin. So from this position right here, picking up, reaching out with that front snap kick and setting back down. Ready? Go. And switch. And switch. Good. This position right here, we're going to change that front snap kick. This time, instead of a striking motion upward, I'm going to pick the knee up, push forward with the heel. Pick the knee up, push forward with the heel. So, front kick here, push kick. Knee up, push forward with the heel. Toes pull back as tight as possible. Ready? Go. Excellent. Switch sides. Go. And down. Good. Squat stretch again, please. And up. All right. Let's look at the application of those two techniques. From this position right here, the top of the foot and the shin is going to be more lower extremity. So as I start to strike with these, I'm not coming up. I don't want to hit to the body or up on like this and roll my toes. These strikes are going to be aimed toward the inside of the thighs or inside the crotch and the groin area from this position right here. So it's going to be more of an upward motion. The heel kick is going to be bringing my knee up higher and from this position pushing back and striking with the heel of the foot instead of the top of the foot and the shin. Good. All right, let's put a few combinations together. Let's start back in our defensive posture, left side forward. Good. We're going to start with that left elbow coming across the face. We're going to switch back up, lift the back elbow. And notice the point of my elbow is not stopping here at the chin. It's passing all the way through that technique. So set back up, all the way across the face to the outside edge. Lift all the way up with the elbow above the forehead. Set back up. So 1, 2, set back up. 1, 2, set back up. 1, 2, set back up. And go. Breathe out on the techniques. Don't hold your breath. Excellent. And switch sides. As we do these again, we talked about the flexibility in the arms. I can do this and I can do this without moving my torso. But again, we don't want to strike with our arms, we want to strike with our body. So from here, follow me through one more time. Break traction with that front foot. Break traction with that back foot and drive your hip and your shoulder all the way through it. Break traction with the front foot. Shift. Break traction with the back foot and set back up. Ready? Begin. Couple more reps. Get the technique down first, then allow them to speed up naturally. And switch. Good. Let's go back to that same technique from this position right here. I want to cross with that front elbow. Lift with that back elbow. And as my hand comes back down, draw that rear knee strike and set back up. Go. So, 1, 2, 3, and set back up. And this is not going to be a controlled pull the knee into the knee strike. We're just going to make some space with that knee. Hopefully we've got their head leaning back and that knee is going to be able to strike easily to the pelvic area, to the solar plex. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, set back up. Go. And switch sides. Slow it back down again. 1, 2, 3. Set back up. Go. Excellent. And down. Good. Let's spread your feet out 2 shoulder width this time. Let your body hang down the center. Reach over your left leg with both hands. Switch. Back to the center, reach between your legs, palms down. Slowly pull back up. Take your hands, place them on your hips, push forward. Let's stretch those hip flexors. And back up center. Keeping your foot stationary here, take the left foot pointed out in this direction. Give me a forward stance, just kind of lunge into that. Switch and lunge into that. Switch. Take both hands, reach around to that back side of your quad and stretch. Switch. And back up. Check them out. Good. We're going to incorporate those two other kicks. Now from this position, left side back up. From right here, we're going to pick up and use the top of the foot and the shin. Initial contact, somebody steps in, just lift that shin in front, straight up in the middle. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and continue. Go. Excellent. And switch. Go. And down. Good. Let's switch sides. Good. Notice when I was kicking from right here, I didn't allow it to do anything with my hands. So my hands are in a defensive posture, my elbows are in, my hands are protecting my face, throat, and jaw. So from this position, when I kick, check your hands and make sure you're not taking your defense out of the way so that you can place that kicking technique out there. Hands are here, kick is there, hands remain stationary throughout that process. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take them from a defensive strike, a defensive position, to an offensive striking position. So from here, it's going to be kick, palm, palm, set back up. Kick, palm, palm, set back up. Ready, go. Kick, palm, palm, set back up. Kick, palm, palm, set back up. And switch. Go. Toes straight out, striking the shin to the top of the foot. You'll notice this is not a high technique. I'm only coming up to the lower extremities between the legs. And down. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Looking from a side view right here, you'll notice if I can throw palm strikes from right here, I'm using my arms. And again, we talked about I want to utilize that body. So by just from right here, extending that shoulder, two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to gain more reach. So instead of my hand being here, it's all the way out here. Instead of my hand being here, it's all the way out there. So I've increased the reach factor just by turning it. The other thing is now I have increased the body mass in which I'm actually using those palms to strike with. So make sure you're not from this position, palm strikes, but palm, palm. 1, palm, palm, twisting that torso every time. Good. One more straight leg stretch for me, please. And up. Good. This position right here, let's go back left side forward. Hands up, palm. Palms up, brother. In this position right here, kick, palm, palm, lift your knee and push away and stomp. So, lift, kick, palm, palm, push, kick. Good. Lift, palm, palm, push. Lift, palm, palm, push. Lift, palm, palm, push. Go. And switch sides. Excellent. Begin. Ready? Lift. Palm, palm, push. Lift. Palm, palm, push. Lift. Palm, palm, push. Lift. Palm, palm, push. Go. relax and free stretch for me a second. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the application of just a couple of those techniques of striking in pads. It's one thing moving through the air, but you need to get as many reps with the technique as you possibly can just to get it refined down before you start to speed it up. Then let it speed up on a natural process. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the more relaxed it gets, the more relaxed it gets, the faster it gets. The faster it gets, the greater penetration power these techniques you're going to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple hand pads from right here, and we'll just go over a couple of the techniques that we've used during these warm-ups and drills. We have Mr. Russ. Good. This position right here, we're going to do just that lead leg front snap kick. And if you'll notice, and I told you initial contact, he starts to come to me walking, I just pick that kick straight up into the pad. So it's not a high striking kick. From here, and you notice it's not the foot, but it's more the shin and the top of the foot. The toes are not into the target whatsoever. From here, front kick, palm, palm. Good. Go. Front, palm, palm. Front, palm, palm. Front, palm, palm. Look at him drive his shoulders to each one of those. Excellent, sir. Thank you. Good. Mercedes, come up. Good. We're going to look at, we did the elbow strikes, the side and front, and then we brought that knee up. I'm going to take a look at just that knee strike from right here in this position. Notice where her hands are up. From here, she comes up with the knee strike. Good. Lift. And it's a lift and forward motion. So she's going up and out at the exact same time. From right here, we're going to combine this knee strike with a lead elbow. So from here, lift, elbow. Lift, elbow. And down. Thank you, ma'am. Good. Good. Right here, we're going to look at the difference. Again, we talked about the front snap kick with the top of the foot and the top of the shin. This kick, does two purposes. One, it makes space, so I can actually get up right here and shove that person back off of me. The other thing is, too, it gets greater penetration. The front snap kick is coming up. It's going to deliver energy from the floor straight up. The push kick is going to deliver energy straight out into the target, into the pelvic area and solar plex. So from here, just push kicks. Good. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Well, hopefully, like we said, you've learned a few new techniques. Some of the more advanced students that have been doing Krav Maga or Taekwondo for a while, this gave you an opportunity to get some reps in, and reps are extremely valuable. You've got to make sure that what you're doing, you do it on a regular basis. You do as many reps as you possibly can because you want this to become second nature. Therefore, it becomes an automatic response and an automatic reflex if you're ever in a situation where you need to use these techniques. And hopefully got a little bit of sweat going. So we're going to be posting more videos. First, I'd like to thank the instructors, Mr. Russ, Mr. Pugh, and Ms. Davis back here. You'll see their faces again if you tune into our videos at StevensTKD.com. You guys have a great day. Thank you.